Now, moving into 2025, I would love to break down some goals and kind of take inventory of where Flourish is going into the new year. Where Flourish is right now, it's again certainly evolved, but Flourish is now a team of myself, an operations and growth assistant, and a video editor that has been helping me develop courses and workshops for myself and for my clients. So it's a small team of 3, which is 2 more than when I started this project. It's helping trauma-informed care providers. These could be therapists, EMDR, IFS, somatic therapy. They could be psychedelic and spiritual guides, workers in the ketamine therapy space, retreats. Again, psychedelic retreats and psychedelic treatment and therapies are popping up, and there's a lot of different offerings around that medicine. So individuals in that space that work very delicately there, as well as coaches, as well as individuals educated in the Hakomi method and other sorts of mind, body, and body first styles of healing and coaching and therapeutics. So really, I've attracted an awesome, eclectic, but also unified group of clientele and people interested that are really trauma informed and come from this deeper place. And they're not just about doing quick mental health tips to get you through the day. They want to heal people. They want to heal true trauma, and they want to go deep with individuals. And that's who I love. That's who I love working with. And that's been me, I think, from the beginning. And from that, these individuals are asking for 2 things, really. They're asking for course and workshop development help. They want to take their one-on-one practice and expand it outside that setting into a course, into a workshop, into a group, into other ways that are more digestible and accessible for their clients. That's the future of the industry, not being one-on-one in this sort of, isolative setting. While that work is meaningful and definitely useful, we're realizing mental health support can look like a million different things, and bringing qualified professionals in to inform company trainings, to inform retreats, to inform apps and courses. All these things can be trauma informed. All these things can be infused with the expertise of my clients. And that's what I'm trying to do, is activate that creative and business energy behind a lot of these therapists. And so the course and workshop stuff has been super, super exciting. I've really can feel the magic in some of these sessions with therapists who have chewed on some courses and some workshop ideas for years. But I employ kind of a 5 phases to course development. And I try to stay flexible and kind of go off the script a little bit. But there is such a consistency with this 5-phase approach that can apply to recorded courses, could apply to live workshops, anything that has a recurring or idea share nature to it. I'm super proud of it, and it's something that I'm going to continue to build off of, and clients have loved so far. So this course and workshop track is growing vibrantly, internally in Flourish, as well as externally with my clientele. They also want marketing. They want general marketing guidance. They want email campaigns, outreach campaigns. They want to broaden their communities and their networks. And they want referrals. They want clients. At the end of the day, it's all about getting clients and getting more individuals interested in your services. Now, the brand I'm going for with my general marketing help is MBA level marketing brought down and made digestible to therapists who are booked out and have a very limited spare time week to week, and making it easy and accessible for this group to make little touches and little improvements and see some return on their efforts in marketing to build their relationships with their providers, get referrals, and improve their digital presence, website, SEO, social media, whatever it is, in tangible ways. And so this is very broad, and I think marketing is a topic that can be covered over a 3-month semester, as it often is, but I try to distill it down into what are the high level things that my MBA really taught me about marketing, and then what I also learned in my sales role for 3 years, and also what I know about the behavioral health industry. And it really leans into B2B, business to business marketing and relationships, and having a strong digital foundation on your website and your SEO. And so those are the two big things I would say: the course and workshop design and the B2B marketing at an MBA level. And the last thing I want to mention is the evolution of the Conscious Climb. So the Conscious Climb is the community events entity of Flourish Your Practice. Flourish, of course, is your direct project consulting and coaching branch client work, right? Conscious Climb is for building networks and finding like-minded people. We do this in 2 ways currently, and going to be a third way in the new year. First is our monthly networking session, $5, 90 minutes. We connect with a grounding meditation. We have a subject matter expert come on and give probably a 15-minute high-level overview of their area of expertise, field a question or two, but hopefully a quick distillation of high-value 15-minute SME segment. Then we do individual introductions, have people go around, keep it to 30 seconds to a minute, but just introducing everyone to the group. And then we'll go into breakout rooms. We'll, depending on the group, keep about 3 to 4 people per group, but we want deeper discussions. We want time and space allocated for these smaller gatherings and not feeling like you're on a pedestal talking to 100 people at once. So we do 2 rotations of these breakout rooms and try to get some really good relationships started, and connections and commonalities sort of come to the surface. And then at the very end, we do have some room for integration. Our last session really had a wonderful, very vibrant 15 minutes towards the end, where we just discussed the state of mental health and social media and how we communicate ourselves as professionals. And so integration and really discussing whatever has come up for these individuals, for these professionals on this call, having time for that is super, super critical. So we have our monthly networking sessions through the Conscious Climb. And then there are 2 other offerings that kind of go along with the Flourish offerings. Both are accountability groups. So the idea of a course and workshop accountability group was brought to me by a client of mine last year. And think about building your own course or workshop. It is a multi-phase process. I, of course, offer my coaching and my curriculum and my structure to helping people get to the finish line. But if you just want accountability, if you're at the early stages, or maybe you've created it and you're at the end stages and you want to refine it, having this accountability group for your course or workshop creation has been a huge, huge need that I've discovered. Again, mostly trauma-informed providers who are working on a recorded course, a workshop, a Zoom recurring group with their clients. Any form of offering that takes place outside the one-on-one setting is welcome to join this group. It's, again, for accountability, is for peer support, to share ideas and build community ultimately. And so that's going to keep continuing to grow in the new year. And then lastly, I'm going to do the same thing, an accountability group, but for general marketing. Big piece I hear with therapists is they can grasp these ideas of marketing. They can grasp SEO and they can grasp social media. They understand, blog content. They understand email campaigns and relationship management. They understand all these things, right? It's never about that. It's just about bandwidth. And it's about putting the time aside to actually doing these things and committing to these practices, because it could get frustrating. Marketing is not, usually it's not a quick reinforced, behavior. It takes time. You have to plant seeds and be consistent with it over time. And that's hard, especially when you have your other priority, which is your clients and of course your family and life, and things come up there. But I really think accountability around these basic marketing practices that are pretty common sense is super important. And having a time where individuals come to check in, share their wins, share some questions, and have a group discussion and sort of feel heard and be accounted for when they are trying to grow their practice and trying to leverage new strategies in the marketing realm to do so. So between the monthly networking sessions that are for anybody and everybody in the mental health, what I call the human experience industry, these are for therapists, these are for entrepreneurs, they're for consultants, they're for marketers, content creators, really anybody who wants to see the mental health industry grow. You're welcome for the monthly networking session. Then you have the 2 accountability groups. One is dedicated to course and workshop development. The other is committed to the general marketing of your practice and any sorts of tips, skills, questions you might have there. So the Conscious Climb is going to be a more visible and vibrant part of Flourish Your Practice. It is all about building community, building out a place where you can find resources and find individuals who share the same values you do. I really have always been a one to think that relationships are the biggest thing that set you up in life, whether it's early on teachers, coaches, let alone your parents, obviously, but friends, professors in college, bosses, coworkers, just other peers in your professional space. Relationships open doors. Relationships also make light bulbs go off. Relationships are really what drive our personal and our business growth. So Flourish is always going to be about improving and driving relationships professionally. I do my consulting work with Flourish. The Conscious Climb is dedicated to being a community and networking, building space in this way as well. So I'm super, super excited for 2025. I am blown away and very humbled by the support of people close to me for Flourish. And it's hard to think about how I'm having this conversation right now with myself compared to where I was a year ago. It's really, really humbling, and I never will take it for granted. So I really appreciate anyone who's listening to this, and I appreciate all the support I've received so far from peers, friends, family, and my clients, of course. So please reach out if you have any questions or would like to learn more, like to chat. I'm always very open. Thank you.